game changer. Yo, you know what? I remember when I first got my first Mac. It was one of those Macs that didn't have like the USB C ports on the side of it, or lack thereof. And I remember asking a lot of people, I'm like, where are the ports and everything? Like, coming from Windows to Mac, I'm like, you know, we got USB-A, USB-C, everything. Like, then Apple comes out with the latest Macs, and then all of a sudden now we have our USB-C ports back, right? So one of the problems with those older Macs was finding ways to maximize the USB ports that they gave us by adding additional docking stations, and connecting them to those two USB ports that we have in order to get other ports, other Type-C, other USB-A, so we can plug in additional devices, right? The one thing a lot of us photographers and videographers have in common, especially when it comes down to downloading images and videos to our computers, is the ability to move those files from one drive to another. And a lot of times, I mean, we got gigs on gigs on gigs. You guys know how it is, right? You know, you got raw files, you know, that are 50, 60 megapixels if you use something like the A7R5. You shooting 6K, 8K, the way, you know, video is evolving. We need to be able to move those files from hard drive to hard drive, save them on here just in case our hard drive, you know, takes a crap, and all these other things. So the ability in order to plug in a lot of devices, a lot of hard drives at once, so you can move and be done with it, is crucial when it comes to your workflow workspace. Like for me, for example, when I do a photo shoot, I move my files to a few locations. The first thing I do is I move all the files to the backup hard drive, SSD. And then I move those files to the hard drive that I'm going to work on, all right, where I'm going to keep those files. And I move those to a SSD where I'm going to actually, that's the one that's actually connected to Photoshop and Final Cut Pro, to where I'm going to work off of those files, all right, work off of that actual, that whole thing that I'm about to put together for the video, right? So trying to move those files to all these different things is totally crucial to a fast workflow and getting these things out the way we do. Now, along with also connecting hard drives, we also connect multiple monitors. A lot of you guys have setups out there where you have one monitor, two monitor, even a triple monitor setup, right? Maybe even one on top. Maybe this one is turned vertical. All these different things, but being able to connect a lot of those monitors together through one different type of hub is crucial for your workflow, right? It's about the ways, it's about what we do to maximize our workflow, our desktop, our workspace, in order to get the most out of it. More is better. If we can get everything in one central hub to do everything that we need to do, it's great. All of us have played around with purchases of computer docks and docking stations, especially if you have a Mac. And some are okay, some are not so good. Some are pretty efficient, some are pretty inefficient. So to increase my workflow, I believe I found something that is definitely now a thing of the past. And I want to introduce you guys to the Fusiondock by Ivanky. I think it's Ivanky. This is the Ivanky Fusiondock Pro 1 Plus. This dock is absolutely insane. Now, the first thing is, you guys know I will not review something or tell you about something that I do not feel that can benefit you. I'm not built like that. If I'm using it, I definitely think it can help you. It can help your workflow. It can help whatever that you are doing. This right here is an absolute game changer versus any other docks or a lot of other docks out there. I'm going to show you why. Now, before I review this, first of all, Ivanky didn't see this video before I gave it to you. They are sponsoring this video. They did send me this, but they do not see this video before you see it. Everything that I have experienced with this dock and with my workstation, my workflow, is all my opinion. So let's get into it. Now, when I connected this and put this together, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is arguably one of the best, most versatile docking stations I have ever used, especially if you have a Mac, because Macs do not have that many integrated ports like a Windows laptop. But I will tell you, each of these that are designed by Ivanky are designed to deliver top tier performance in terms of speed, power, connectivity. That is what Ivanky is about. They are about speed, they are about power, and they are about connectivity. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick unboxing for you to show you exactly what it is in here, what all you get, and then we're gonna go through each port on this docking station. It has like 14 ports on it. It's amazing, man. Now, I do have Ivanky's, I think, top docking station. I think it's called the Fusiondock Max. It has like 20 something ports on it. I have it connected to my desktop and my Mac back there because it gives me so much flexibility, and I need all those ports. I plug in like 5 or 6 hard drives so I can ensure that I'm moving side to side. I have it connected to 2 different monitors. I have it connected to so many different things, whether it be my speakers, my microphone station, my desktop microphone. All those different things can be plugged into there, all right? But I'm gonna tell you how this one fits into my workspace. Let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. The Ivanky Fusiondock Pro 1 Plus. Yeah! The first thing you're gonna get is the beautiful, slim, slick Ivanky docking station. This thing, it really feels good. I don't know if this is like a plastic or a metal. It feels like actually both. But it has a really smooth texture on it. I love this texture that's on it. It's really fine. And then you have the rubber grips on the bottom of it also, so it won't slide all over your desk. But I love this because it's nice, it's slim, it's small. And if you're like me, who you like a workstation that you can keep sleek, really kind of aesthetic to it, but it's very small, it's a very small footprint. This is perfect for you. I know a lot of you guys don't like a lot of stuff on your desk. You just like it to look really nice, really neat, really good workspace. This thing provides a very small footprint for everything that you need to plug into it. And I like how small it is, how sleek it is, how thin it is. For a docking station this powerful, man, let me tell you. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of what's in this box. Also, we have a C to C, all right? This is our Type-C cord. We're gonna need this. We have a beautiful instruction booklet, all right? We also have some quick manuals. And then in the big box right here, we also have our power, all right? So this is our block. As you can see, this block is thick, all right? It's heavy, all right? You have to get, I think it's 100 watt power delivery, I think. But you have to have enough power to power this thing, because this thing has to be able to hold anything that you throw at it. So if you're putting monitors on here, really big monitors that pull a lot of power, you're running 4K 60, you're running Ethernet, you're running all those things, this power has to be able to continuously provide enough power to everything that you need to do. So I have no problem with this. I have no problem with the size of it, because I understand what it needs to be able to deliver in order to run your workstation. 100 watts power delivery. All right, let's get into what this docking station is going to provide to us. All right, we're going to start with the side that has the power button on it. So we're going to consider this the front of the docking station. All right, and let's start from the left going to the right. Here we go. The first thing we're going to look at is this Type-C port right here. This is for power delivery. So if you have anything that you need to plug up to this, say for instance you're at your desk, you want to charge your phone, you want to charge your tablet, you want to do something or provide power to anything that you have, this is a 20 watt power display Type-C port right here. So this thing can help provide power to whatever device that you have. And let me tell you, it is very fast. This thing can charge your phone, charge your tablet, thing very fast. All right, again, Ivanky is all about speed, power, and connectivity. All right, and you're going to hear me say that a lot, because that's what this docking station provides. So 20 watts of power delivery right here. The next we have a USB Type-C 10 gigabit per second port right here. So if you are running something where you got to make, if it's a Type-C, let's just say for instance you have a SSD out there that is like a C, or a hard drive that's a C, or whatever that you need to be, you want to use this port right here because this provides 10 gigabits a second. All right, very, very fast port right here. So I will highly recommend you use this. I have some SSDs that are in cradles that go from C to C. This is where I had that plugged up, and let me tell you, the speed, perfect. No issues with speed, no issues with anything there. The next we have two USB-A 3.2 10 gigabit per second ports right here. I love these because, again, you want to make sure that you are getting constant speed. You want to make sure that you're getting the top tier data transfer when you're transferring files from one to another, from drive to drive, whatever the case may be. These are extremely important. All right, you don't understand how important this is until you have, if you're still working off of like a USB 3.0 or even a 3.1. If you plugging in like raw files and, you know, really, you know, heavy video files that you're using, you're going to definitely see a difference between the old USB-A ports and these 10 gigabit per second USB 3.2 ports. These are absolutely crucial to when it comes to workflow, because you don't want to be sitting there all day waiting for 1 or 2 files to transfer. These things can transfer 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 gigabits, 100 gig files very, very fast. All right, so to have these two USB-A ports on here, I absolutely love it. Next we have a TF micro SD and SD slot. All right, if you're using stuff like the Insta360 or the GoPro, or a lot of those devices that you, or even drones, a lot of those devices that use micro SD, there's no better port to put this in than to put it in that micro port right there, because you can ensure that you're going to be able to transfer those files to whatever hard drives that you have in here, and they're going to be able to transfer super fast. No issues right there. So again, you have a micro SD port, and you also have your standard SD port right here. So to have these on this device to still provide that fast data transfer is absolutely crucial to your everyday workflow and a part of your workspace. All right, next we have a 3.5 audio jack. This, I love that they put this on here. A lot of people still, can you believe a lot of people still have laptops that do not have audio jacks, you know, so to listen to your headphones. That's crazy. Even though a lot of our computers today have Bluetooth and different things, this is crucial. But I'm gonna also tell you another reason why this audio jack can be really crucial for you. But the obvious is, if your computer doesn't have an audio jack to monitor anything, or have a headphone jack, this is absolutely great. And then on top of that, if you're plugging everything in this device, why not have just one centralized hub where you can connect everything? You don't have to connect your headphones to your laptop and then have this and connect everything to this, when you can just connect everything to this device itself, and you can leave those other ports open for whatever else that you need. So this is absolutely amazing. And again, I'm going to get into the reasons why this is even more valuable and important to somebody like myself, who is a professional photographer, who goes to a lot of Sony events, who goes to a lot of events, period. I'm going to tell you that. Then on this side, you have your power button right here. We're going to turn. Over here, we do have a Kinnison lock. So if you do work in a workspace where it is a shared workspace, or if you're at home, if you have relatives, if you live with, I don't know, roommates or something like that, and you want to ensure that your workspace is locked, you can use that Kinnison lock on here. So again, you don't know that you need something like that until you actually need it. But for it to be included on this device, absolutely amazing. It's the small things that Ivanky actually thinks about that I absolutely love about them, man. And I'm so glad that they added that to this. All right, let's keep going. Flipping over to the back. All right, next we also have a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. Now, this Ethernet port is so good. when I do speed tests, I always use speedtest.net like a lot of people. So what I did for this is I had this connected to my desktop. I ran a test through speedtest.net to make sure I was getting the upload and download speeds that I pay for through Cox. That always never gives me the speed that I pay for, but that's another story. But anyway, so then what I wanted to do is I wanted to switch things up. So I connected my Ethernet port to this and then connected this to my computer just to see if I would still get the same high-speed connection that I do through my desktop. And man, let me tell you, some of the times this actually performed better than the Ethernet port on my desktop. So believe me when I tell you, this thing performs faster than a lot of either traditional Ethernet ports. So I am super, super proud of this 2.5 Ethernet gigabit port. I tested it twice to ensure that it was doing what it's supposed to do, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. No lag and consistent high bandwidth is what this thing provides you. Great job on this, Ivanky. I appreciate it. I tested it. It works exactly how you said it was gonna work. All right, so next up we have two more USB-A 10 gigabit per second ports right here, 3.2. I love it. Yes, you're not seeing something different. You have two on this side. You also have two more on this side. So again, you are able to plug up a lot of different devices. So those SSDs or whatever, if you're not using that Type-C port, you have four USB-A 10 gigabit per second ports. Is going to give you that consistent data transfer, which is extremely important to everything that we do today. All right. Now, moving right along, the stars of the show. We have three 4K HDMI ports for whatever you want to use it for. Yes, triple monitor, double monitor, whatever the case may be. These things are capable of outputting 4K 60. As you guys know, I like filming everything in 4K 60. I'm filming this in 4K 60. I'm not one of those guys that film in 4K 24 and 4K 30. I love the smoothness. I love the way it looks. Sorry, that's just what I like. Anyway, so these, you can get a maximum of 4K 60 with these ports. So if you have those high-end monitors that are capable of doing 4K 60, you can run that triple option. You can run that triple option right here, just like football, all right? So 4K 60, 4K monitors, and then turn it over. This is going to be your USB-C host port. You heard me right, host port. This is how you're going to plug this into your computer, all right? So this is the Ivanky Fusion Pro 1 Plus, man. It's absolutely great. I love this thing, man. Again, my biggest thing is I love the small footprint, all right? It doesn't take up a lot of space on your desktop. I love the amount of flexibility. I love the versatility that this thing gives you. Listen to me. I have used a lot of docking stations. When I first got my Mac, from Best Buy, I was looking at, okay, how do I add more ports? Or buy this, take it back, it don't do what it's supposed to do. Files ain't transferring like they supposed to transfer. They're slow. I get a few off of Amazon, some things that everybody's using, even the one that connects right into the Mac computer that you just get a few more ports on. I've used so many, and this by far has been one of the best docking stations I have ever used. I think right now, this thing itself, can you imagine? This thing is going for $190. Is it $199 or $299? I'm gonna go out. I think this is going for $199 right now. But absolutely insane, man, for the amount of things that you get. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. Now, I told you earlier that I was gonna come back to you and tell you why this headphone jack and a lot of these things, just this device in general, is extremely important. For somebody like myself, when I'm gonna give you a few scenarios. You might go home to visit family. You might be going on some camera events, Sony events, Canon events. I don't care who you are. You might be going away for a week or two to do some things, and you got to get those things downloaded, those files downloaded. You got to get them on. You got to get them out quick. Whatever the case may be. This thing will provide you the most flexibility that I have ever experienced. There has been so many times where I went home to see family and I still wanted to work on my photo shoots. I still wanted to work on some videos to get out to you guys. And I used to take this massive just this docking station that didn't even do everything that I needed it to do. Now, this will always stay in my bag. Now, can I use this in my station and everything? The way my stuff is set up with my old, like I told you, I already have the Ivanky. This is the perfect travel companion for your laptop. Again, listen to me, everybody out there who travels. If you still need to get those ports, if you still need the flexibility and the versatility, even when you're traveling, there's nothing better that does it better than this docking station right here. So when I go home to visit family, when I go on my next Sony event, I will definitely be in my hotel with this docking station in order to plug everything in and still work and have no issues with data transfers, with everything else, because of what this thing can provide. So if you have one at home already, great. If you don't, get this. If you have a really good one already at home, great. This should still be in your bag. I'm sorry, this has to be in your bag. I didn't really know that I needed another docking station until I used this docking station. Now, I've always wanted another one, again, because I travel. But to have everything that I need in here and take my laptop with me and still be able to plug up and everything here, crucial. So listen up. Big shout out to Ivanky for sending me out this. This is one of the devices that I have reviewed, one of the many devices, let me say that I have reviewed that I feel like I need it really, really bad and I could not live without. This is something that I absolutely love. It's going to solve a lot of problems that I have, especially with travel. If you don't have something this great at home, this will solve a lot of your issues that you do not have. Make sure you find the link to this device in the comment section below in this description. But again, think about what this can help you with and what this can provide for your everyday work, for whether you're a photographer or a videographer. This is it. Absolutely it, man. I love it, love it, love it. There's not too many devices that I review. Again, everything that I review, I think you should get. But this right here, I'm extremely proud of this, man. This is dope. So that is my time, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, man. Make sure you comment on this section below, man, if you have one. If you do already have one, if you don't have one, let me know how I can help you, man. This is great, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. This is Brandon, aka the boy Kevin Rod Photography, and I will see you in the next video. I holla. Peace.